most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And this is picked up by the defense. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And great effort. I mean, does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, he's one of the top receivers in the game, Charles, so no surprise here on the opening drive. They want to get him involved, and he has catches on back-to-back plays.
And, Brandon, I look at it from the defense's perspective. You know he's one of the top receivers in the game. You've got to find ways to slow him down because if he gets into high gear, he's going to shred you all game long.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
He's going to try and take off with it.
Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And they'll run again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They're going to look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January. But, hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we've got no shot. You've got to break it down to this game right now. Win this one, then worry about the rest of them after this.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's going to look deep down the field. And this one is incomplete. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback that kid. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's just irresponsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
2nd and 14. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
13 yards, the tally on the return there.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. The big fella, the 30, past the 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. A big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 44. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now back to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over here up near the 40.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 19. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Oh, able to avoid. And he loses the football a second time. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give him a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2nd and 9 now. And he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times,
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
from the gun. He'll hand this off.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 17-3. 5 plays there on that drive, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
We remind you coming up at halftime. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I do.
I know you do. I've got the thing just for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And this one is right down Broadway. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got a man, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Burke. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock.
and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Taken at about the 1.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams, for the Seahawks. And they had success all season throwing the football. No reason for that to change in the playoffs, as they've continued to move the ball well through the air. Meanwhile, on the other side, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
He's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man complete. It's Burke. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the...
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Able to slither by. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
54 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one goes for 36 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 36 yards.
And the Aftershocks have cut it back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that winds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Just a 4-play drive that time. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 4. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
One quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Schmidt. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Aftershocks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Rams getting set to go now. When you talk to these guys in training camp, these are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied 4th quarter. Time for somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense.
And this is going to be intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And, partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Looking to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
And, Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out.
And the Aftershocks have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. So what a comeback here. They look like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a fourth quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there and made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The LA offense ready for this next possession. They trail by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Schmidt. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package has wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now back to throw. He's got a man, complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up, and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. The quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
Fields it right around the goal line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
And the ball on the 30 here, 2nd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And his kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout.
Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first, game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs. Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
A good opening drive so far here in overtime, looking to put the pressure on with a touchdown. It's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 66 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. They are into field goal range, but definitely thinking touchdown as they come up 1st and 10.
Now a give, right side. Fowler, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down, here's an option right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
It's a 19-yard touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
From the 6. The home side once again ready to take over offensively. And CD, the pressure is on here. Only a touchdown on this series will prevent their season from coming to an end right here, right now.
And this is why the postseason overtime rules were changed, partner, to afford teams an opportunity to respond in this type of a situation, because in the past, this game would already be over, and the losing team would be making off-season plans. Now they've earned their way into a postseason. They do get a chance to answer after the other team scores first.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, we know they need a touchdown here to keep their season going, and on that play, wasting no time to try to push that ball downfield, partner.
Yeah, and even though the season's hanging in the balance on this drive, I don't know what you see, but I don't see any fear in the eyes of this offense. They're dialing up big plays, risky throws. They'll do whatever it takes to match touchdown for touchdown. And in this moment, they need to play the best they have all season, and they certainly appear to be ready to rise to the occasion.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
So their offense got the touchdown. They needed this defensive stand, and after that play, Charles, they are on the verge of getting that stand and winning this football game.
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game now in the playoffs, isn't it? Because now everyone understands with the new rules, your job's not done anymore if you scored that initial touchdown. You've still got to come out and play some defense, and boy, did they ever on that play. Now if they stand tall here on 3rd and long, they'll be one snap away from a postseason victory.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
Well, here we go. Now it's gut check time. They need to convert here to keep the series and their season alive.
And obviously, this is their biggest snap of the season. And across the line of scrimmage, how about that defense? They feel exactly the same way, and they know they're one stop from celebrating a win themselves.
They're going to look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Well, CD, they had the overtime answer. Now the question, do they tie it or go for the win?
Well, the teams already knew the best teams. They made up their minds before they got to the end zone whether they're going to go for 2 or go for the tie.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And his kick is good. So that drive spanned 5 plays. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field.
Well, one touchdown answered by another, and we see those new overtime rules come into play and extend this game here, partner. So now it's nice and simple from here on out. Next score wins.
It certainly is, isn't it? Even with the new rules, this is why winning that opening coin toss is so valuable. Now we've reached sudden death. They get the first crack at ending this playoff classic. Execute the same way you did the last time out, and they will certainly be celebrating shortly thereafter.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Both teams with touchdowns already, so just a field goal wins it now. Here's 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And taken down just shy of the 40.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Here comes the Rams punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. So here is the home side to take over on offense.
And, Charles, those overtime rule changes, this is where we really see their full effect. Here they got a chance to answer and keep the game going on their first possession of OT. And now, after that last stop, they can win it right here with any kind of score.
And what a victory that would be, Brandon, because if they can come all the way back from the brink of defeat and end up with a win here, imagine that. To even reach this point, how about the resilience, the fortitude? And you would expect that from a playoff team, but they still had to exhibit it. Now they have to go out there and win this ball game. Sudden death finally in play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Now, do you try for more yardage or get to the spot that your kicker wants? Here's 2nd down.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to advance to the divisional round. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs.
But, Charles, they put those postseason overtime rules in to give the team that starts on defense a better chance. And here in this game, we saw that team take advantage and score a big win in overtime.
And they absolutely knew they were playing for their season when they took the field in overtime. And not only did they get the answer to keep the game going, they kept it up and made the deciding score themselves. Give them big-time points for determination and spirit, and it defines the great postseason teams.